This is Jomar again from Jom the Writer. And how are you? And hope that all of you guys there are doing okay. I know we are still on the pandemic, and here in Cebu we are still on lockdown as of the moment, but we're fighting. So our topic for today, I will be sharing with you on how I manage stress. Especially during this pandemic or since last year, we've read on the news that several people or a lot of, people, not only Filipinos, but around the globe, they're experiencing depression, stress, and insomnia. So stress is really, it's difficult, no? We don't know when it arrives, and sometimes like it costs a lot of effect. So you will be stressed at home, and then your work will be affected, or in vice versa, you will be stressed at work, and then when you get home, your family, how you deal with um, your kids, your partners, your family, your parents, or even neighbors, sometimes it will be affected. So, or other way around, like you cannot sleep at night, you have insomnia because you're thinking of something, or other thing, or other way, it might be that you, because of lack of stress, you will be, or lack of sleep, you will feel you cannot able to work well in the next day. So during this pandemic, a lot of things happen, and for me, how I handled it, how I manage stress, I know a lot of stresses are surrounding us. If you're going to open your social media account, you can see a lot of posts, negative posts, like people lost their job, especially I think this year for this surge of COVID cases, a lot of your social media friends change their profile into a candle or a black color, indicating that probably a member of their family or close someone who is close to them died, and might be due to COVID or in any reasons. But it's kind of alarming if you cannot see that. So, or staying at home, you will be locked down inside your home. You're not allowed to go out. That would actually add stress to you. So for me, what I did says I'm also allowed to go out. I'm allowed to go out anytime I want because I'm part of the essential group of workers, and I also have to manage the company. Um, a lot of stress that I need to work on. I need to be I need to be firm on my own emotion. I need to find ways to sustain or to maintain my emotion. Why? Because a lot of people actually depends on me. So first is my family. So my family, if I will feel down, of course they will also feel the same. My teammates, my employees, they will also feel the same if I'm down. So if they have concerns that they need to raise to, if I'm not okay, if I'm not well, how can how can I help them? How can I give them lights? How can I open their minds, and how can I help them, clear up their minds from stresses, as well as my friends and also neighbors. So what I did is usually I have a very I'm going to stick to my schedule. Every day my work starts at 7:30. So usually I should be in the office at 7:30 because I have meeting at 8. I should wake up by 5:30. Whether there's an alarm on my phone that will that will beep on 5:30, but I think it's in my system. I'm a morning person. I usually wake up at 5:30, and the reason why I have to wake up earlier, this is to lessen the lessen the stress of preparing yourself before going to work. You should give more allowance. Like for example, if your work will start at 8, at least by 7 or 7:30 you should be at the office. So with that, you can able to check on what's going on. You can do some COVID chats with your office mates, and you can start warm up your day well. So I start my morning with that. Then I'll listen to different podcasts related to self improvement, positive vibes. And then after that, I have to listen to music that are really that would improve your emotions. Usually I listen to Christian songs, and I have to make sure also that I have to eat my breakfast. Usually I listen to that music in the office or during my breakfast time. So when I'm driving, so I have to make sure that, okay, since I left my condo at around 7 a.m. So technically, it's kind of like, okay, I no need for me to rush. I still have to be there in the office before 8:30 meeting or before 8. So with that, actually, you're actually reducing your stress at that point, because if you leave your house around like 7:30 and you have a meeting at 8, so that would give you more stresses because of the traffic. So your schedule, you should stick to your schedule. And then when you get into the office, I usually open the meeting lines like 15 minutes or 10 minutes before the meeting. Why? Because I want to see, you know, how should the thing, or what should I do in the meeting? And then people will be joining also earlier. Then I could do like some chit chats, like trying to build relationship and rapport with the people in the meeting. Then once you will be on the official business, so you're already in good shape, and you already discussed something thing like personal thing, you can able to share things up with them, and that would help you sustain on how your day should go. Then after that, during lunchtime, I have to make sure that I should find time to take a nap for 30 minutes. This is to recharge our minds. And then after 30 minutes, of course in the afternoon, like around 2 or 3, usually I call my team members, okay, let's get some snacks, let's sit on the table, let's talk about personal things, like just for 15 minutes. Then after that, going back to work. Then after is I have by around 4:30 to 5, it's time to go home now. I have to drive my car, and once I get home, first thing that I should do is I have to uh, feed my fish, because I actually have fish at home, and then I have to prepare for dinner. Then after that, I have to watch um, videos on YouTube where you have to scan my Facebook, and sometimes I'll just have to check on random videos that would make me happy. Usually I have to I will watch documentaries related to food preparation and other environmental documentaries in the other countries, because I really love watching documentaries on how people work, or how what's the daily lives of the people in Vietnam, what's the life of the people in Thailand, and so on and so forth. Then that after that I have to make sure also that I should sleep by 10, so that I still have enough time to sleep until morning. So, and then on the weekend, usually I don't forget to attend to church. I have to make sure that I have time going to church, and that's the time also that would, clear up our minds. We can surrender everything to our Lord, and let's time for ourselves, just 1 hour. And then if I have time, I'll have to drive somewhere else. I think I'm blessed because I can go somewhere else because I have my private vehicle. But for those who don't have, you can just like do something different during the weekend with your family at home. Like me, like I do cooking, I clean the house, I'm doing exercise at the same time I'm cleaning. um, and then sometimes if I cannot move, since it's pandemic, I'm not allowed to go to the gym. The gyms are actually closed, and no chance for me to go there. So I have to make sure that I have activities at home, and that I can able to still release some sweats and stresses. So that's technically how I handle my stress and how I sustain my emotions. Thank you so much, and hopefully I shared with you. So it's just a matter of you know putting like arranging your schedule well and follow with it. And if things are not doing or not going the way you want it to be, please adjust your gear. So we need to be flexible at this point in time, because if we will continue to stay, okay, my life is kinda, I'm an outgoing person, I really want to go with somewhere else, but this is pandemic, and anytime soon the government will say, okay, we have to lock you down. The government will say that, okay, you're not allowed to go here and go there, and there's restrictions within this bubble. So we have to be flexible. Like at this point in time, we don't know what will happen tomorrow. We don't know what will be the restrictions tomorrow. So we have to prepare ourselves. We have to prepare that today is no longer yesterday. We need to live on how the world is going to be today. So the world, it's very quick. It's like the social media. It's like how we do things today. It's instant. Like things will change every minute, every second. You're in the grocery store, and then after you came out from the grocery store, you will know that by the next hours you will be on lockdown, or by tomorrow you will be on lockdown, or every night you will be seeing a huge spike of cases, and then your local government unit will have to say that okay, starting tomorrow, no one is allowed to go out. And another thing for that is you can skip checking on the number of cases that are actually posted on social media. But if you can able to absorb those, like for me, I'm fine. Every day I'm actually watching those. But for those who actually, get stressed on and cannot able to absorb those things, you can skip that out. Okay, keep away from those negativity on the social media and focus on the positive things and focus on your goal that at the end of the day we can recover, that as soon as there is still tomorrow, we will be all right. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you get something out of it and how I deal stress as of the moment. And I will continue to share my experiences and things that would help you. Please continue to subscribe, and please continue to watch all of my videos, subscribe to my channel, and also click the notification bell so that you will be notified in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.